The Hogwarts Legacy TV show is reportedly in development at HBO Max. Man, this is a Hogwarts Legacy TV series is reportedly in development at Warner's HBO Max, according to somewhat reputable entertainment news site Giant Freaking Robot. It claims the series is still in early phases of development, but like Warner's recently released Hogwarts Legacy game, it will presumably be set before the original Harry Potter novels and the Fantastic Beasts spin-offs. So there. We're riding this wave of Harry Potter nostalgia, huh? And shout out to HBO, man. They really are. I was talking about it with my wife earlier, man. I was like, they really are like the goat of like television. Like Andrew Schultz said it. And, like I've really been thinking about it. Like they are the staple. Like they are like probably originally like are the original like primetime streamer event. You know what I mean? And everyone is just trying to compete with them, man. Shout out to HBO,
They
man. They've
own
given us.
Sunday nights, my
They
boy.
really
They
do.
own Sunday nights in the best way. We're so lucky that they do.
Mm,
I
agreed.
mean, like, if this is a Sunday night slot HBO show, I don't care. Watch out. Look what they did with The Last of Us. You could be dark. There's going to be dark wizards, but it's not Draco Malfoy. It's going to be this universe, but not built for 10-year-olds. Watch out, all right? Because that's going to be my show, and it's going to be your show, too.
It's like I think of that Vince McMahon meme when he's crying. He's just like talking about the past. He's like, it was perfect. That's how I think of
Special.
like
It was special.
it was it was special, man. Just watching all these shows like when they originally came out. It's like trying to explain that to somebody like you weren't there though during the phenomenon.
You didn't watch
Like
Oz when you were 6 and 7 because you had healthy parents. You should not do that.
yeah,
You
don't
don't
be
remember
corny
Ned
like
Stark?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, you call him corny. Oh my God.
Oh Lord, y'all got eaten up for that. But
So
yeah,
bad.
honestly, I'm hyped for this. Again, somewhat reputable entertainment news site, Giant Freaking Robot. It was like iffy, and they were the only ones reporting this, but they said it with confidence. And Video Games Chronicle is reputable to us. We rely on them all the time. So this is enough news for me to get excited about it. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to see the signatures. Just kind of give me a hint, and I'm gonna get excited because HBO, Hogwarts, put it all together in a pot, and you got your Sunday night.
Shoot, with how much money they made from the game, why not? They're like, yo, let's just keep going into the, like. I mean, you guys are the ones that really kind of opened my eyes to it with how far they can go in the lore and the characters and all that. It's
Well, the
like,
thing is,
why wouldn't they? Like, that
I
would
was gonna.
be the range on that is huge. Like,
Well, they
keep
haven't
it.
stopped. I was gonna say is they haven't stopped. Like I don't think you're, as I imagine, you're not familiar with the Fantastic Beasts movies, but that's a whole other trilogy that's got Jude Law and
I was
like
gonna say I was just talking with Shad about that. Like before we started
yeah.
recording, I was like, that's like set before all of
Oh,
this, right?
okay,
Like
that's
those
cool.
handful of movies, but before Harry Potter, right?
These niggas using up all the good. Shad knows y'all using up all the good conversations off pod.
That
That's
was
what's going
literally.
on
No,
now.
no. He goes, "Have you ever heard of Fantastic Beasts?" And I'm like,
It's because I was
"Yeah,
reading the
that's
notes
the
and I was
Harry
like, have you
Potter
seen
movie."
these?
He's just like, "Oh yeah, those are other ones," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, and Shad, it's got your the guy that you like. And you know the guy Shad, what's his Eddie Redmayne? That's Shad's guy. He loves him.
Is it the Baker guy?
I don't know. I just wanted to put that
Ah.
on you. I thought I might
Okay.
get you won that. I thought he was gonna be like, who? What do you? And then he just the baker. I don't know if the answer is yes or no. Fuck, I'm out.
Same.
You know,
Killed me.
while we're kind of following on this HBO hit in the video game, conversion TVs, should we save a quick like 10 minutes for The Last of Us? Are you guys up to date, or should we save that for another episode? Because I'm up to date, so
No.
I can vent.
I'm up to date, and you guys know I haven't played the game. So we were like, oh shit, he's dead. We were like, oh, the season's over. They just did a 6 episode, like, well, fuck. And I was like, I guess eventually it had to be just Ellie anyways. I just didn't think it'd be so soon. So I was happy we didn't talk because we got to live that. Like we thought he was dead for a whole week.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
spoiler alert.
well, I
He's
mean,
not
by
dead.
now, hey, you
Yeah, I'm
can't
like
hide from it. By the time this comes out, I'm sure if you're somewhat online, you would have seen it. But nah, man, it's so good. The episodes, dude, are they not just nailing the emotion like on this show? Like Neil
Music.
Druckmann, right? Dude,
The music.
yes, and the music, dude. Like,
Hits.
oh, it's been getting me in my feels. I be trying not to cry every week. Like the scene, like I know I'm just gonna jump around. Like the scene with the bloater got me. Like seeing old boy come out of the shit. You know what I mean? When my boy had to kill his brother. Just
Yo, that
like
scene was
Wild.
She was
The way
tough.
Oh
Wild.
man, the way it just highlights like just humanity in such a different light, and just like and like the way that Ellie asked questions about like before, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what was it like flying before? What was it like driving before? What was it like? Oh, what are these things like? Like I don't know. It's just so interesting. Like I know it's very simple, but like it's so they just do such a good job at just like really illustrating like you know what I mean? Or like when they see like things that like we did now, you know what I mean? Like in the episode when they're in the mall and they see they're like, what's the point of this? Like, why would they take shoes over soap? You know, like you know what I mean? Like little things like that. I thought that was funny. Like, damn,
I
they're
wonder. I do wonder when they started, and it makes me think like, is this more resonant with us now? I mean, I guess I'll speak for myself, but it's all more resonant to me now post pandemic,
yeah,
right? Like in a world where, and like you guys know, I did some growing up like on a ranch without stuff. Like I've been around. It's like, oh, there's no electricity and shit, and so knowing that that's possible is crazy. But yeah, the idea of like the before times is really intense, and I imagine that resonates way differently with all of us now that we've kind of been through that. Like, so they really had the perfect time to bring this to life.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, they've been, oof. And especially with
Shit.
the episodes coming up with our boy David. I mean, Kev is
Don't,
someone that hasn't seen it. Yeah, dude,
don't even.
I'm stoked,
We're
man.
gonna
That's gonna be
we're
a
gonna
good follow up.
kill Last of Us hour on this podcast because Anton's just gonna spoil it all
We're
up.
not.
And
I just said a quick 10 minutes so I could jump around and just kind of
can't
vent a
even.
little bit.
I can't even.
We're
You
good.
said that you're up to date. I said I'm up to date, and now we're talking
I
about next
just
week.
let Jesus take the wheel.
God, that Jesus.